You need to quit smoking weed because it's robbing your life away, man. See, I've always said in my previous video that before I was living a life away from God, but also a life away from myself, from my true self. And I was in situation where I had lost myself. I was in a relationship that did not serve me, that wasn't good for me, where I was completely detached from it. Always having a developed coping mechanism since my childhood that I lingered on and dragged on until my adult life. And at some point in my life, I compensated that with uh, weed. I started smoking, then I started taking edibles, and that was both the worst and the best decision in my life. Don't get me wrong, this isn't an invitation to encourage you to consume. In my mind, I believe it's not a great thing to do regularly. It's very addictive. But this is also how I found God. And my story reminds me of the story of the book of Joseph, where eventually, or even David, where a lot of time these men were living a difficult life or a life of despair until they eventually found God. So you essentially have to experience darkness to find the light, right? To me, it was something to escape my problems, my wounds, my failing relationship, and not taking accountability for the life experience I created, but also to face the issues and the darkness, the dark side of me, the shadow side, and to heal myself. And so I resorted to this coping mechanism. So I was hiding them so much from other people that no one took notice that I was doing that and actually destroying myself, destroying my life. And that's how God reached me and helped me get out of this pitfall, like true pitfall. To me, it's kind of sad that in our society, in the country I live, especially Canada, that thing is legalized. And if I live that experience, I can only imagine the amount of people who actually suffer from it and waste their life away to that thing. You need to stop that. Face your problems. Have compassion to yourself. Realize that this isn't all life has to offer. There is so much more greater potential to what you can do and achieve and to get back up on your feet. But don't let it consume yourself away. Now, you need to wake up. You really need to wake up, take a good look at your life, and say, today is the day I quit. To me, it took, after consuming it for a year and a half, 2 years, it took me 6 months to quit it. 6 months. That's how bad I wanted to turn things around and turn life around. And every time as well, I had the help from God. Every time I would consume it afterwards, after all of this mess last year, whenever I would get high, I would hear the voice of God getting louder. You need to quit that. It's not good for you. You can have so much more. You can be better. You can bring the life, the experience you want. I want to give parenthesis of my life experience and what I found on the effect that it has on your brain and what you experience in life, and what I found also in the spiritual community, uh, because in this space, a lot of time it seems like drugs are kind of accepted, but to me, I feel like it's not the right thing to encourage to do. As everything in life anyway, you need to have balance. If you consume too much of anything or you're too much in on one side, uh, you're pretty much unbalanced and you're not at the right place. So for me, it created a spiritual awakening in a sense that for the first time in my life, I could go within and think differently. Like every time I would get high, I would not get the well. Initially, I had the euphoria effects as it's fun in school, is great, but once I got past that, my logical side of the brain took over, and I would start to see things in life differently. Now, so much that it changed, and I would do that sort of introspection within me, and it started shifting my beliefs and my belief system. I started doing repentance as per described in the Bible, the renewal of the mind. That's all repentance is, in the most part. And but when you change your inner belief system, your outer reality changes. So to me, things will start crumbling and falling apart in my own life, relationship, job, etc. I would find no more desires living the life I was living, living, staying inside, playing video games in my free time, a lot of time, not building something permanent, right? And in my late 20s. Now I'm 28, so I woke up at 27. I woke up and realized, holy shit, I hadn't built anything strong in this life. I'm almost 30 years old, and what do I have built in my life? My life was so miserable. And I've seen things, God show me things that are out of this world that I encourage you to watch the This Is My Story videos. Despite the fact that a lot of people would simply put with drugs effect that this is all delirium. I don't care, you make your own opinion, I cannot help you. But this is the experience I had. It led me to a great, great revelation. And so at one point I said enough and I let my old life away. But it truly made me realize how destructive it is, how important it is to just not go that path. It's not worth it in the end. Because God will offer you much more greater things. God, the universe, however you name it, I don't really mind. But that intelligent being that represents all that is always wants the best for you and will always bring you something in your life that will benefit you, no matter the experience. Even if it is quoted as we quote negative, there's always a side when you can say, okay, how does this situation benefit me? And so that's my experience, that's my story with weed. Don't do it. Quit it if you are addicted to it. Don't take advices from people who say it's the best thing that you can ever have. It's so great. You get so creative, productive. That's not true. That's just a lie. Another lie from the devil or belief system that is not absolutely not serving you.